and welcome back to the L Show. This is Trizah and Ngesa hosting it for you once again. As you know, this is Lysa Magazine and it's all about fashion, all about anything that is creative in Africa and in Kenya. Now today it's going to be extremely interactive. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that have taken place in the month of November. And as you know, last time I informed you guys that every single month at Lysa Magazine we like to have a theme that sets the pace for the entire month. In the month of November, our theme was being thankful. The one thing that we at Lysa collectively agree on is that we are extremely grateful for Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian's wedding. Now, the wedding took place last week at New Orleans and it was a star-studded event. And the one thing that I do like about Serena Williams is that the celebrities that attend her events are celebrities who have personal and close relationships with her. The beautiful bride, she looked glowing, she was exceptional, and she was there with her little rosebud, her little baby, and she's a mother of one, which happened most recently, I think 2017, is her year. Her wedding dress was designed by Alexandra McQueen, and would you believe it, it was actually selected and picked out for her specifically and specially by Anna Wintour herself. Now, when Anna Wintour is selecting the dress that you're going to wear at your wedding, I mean, the mere fact that Anna Wintour is a phone call away from you, that is celebrity status. Now, that being one thing we're thankful for, we would like to hear feedback from our readers. Let us know what exactly you're thankful for in the month of November, especially to do with fashion and beauty, pop culture, be it in Kenya, all over Africa, all in the world. You can let us know in the comment section below, or you can hit us up on our Twitter and our Instagram, and all our socials are linked in the description box. We are a few days to the month of December. Now, December marks the end of 2017, and my oh my, 2017 has flown by so quickly. So many things to talk about concerning 2017, but you have to stay tuned to this channel to find out what we think about the entire year of 2017 to do with fashion in Kenya, in Africa, and all over the world. Now, in the month of December, we're going to be celebrating the festive season, and gearing up towards that, we at Lysa Magazine have incredible content for you guys, not just on the YouTube page, but also on our magazine, which is online. You have to subscribe. Now, if you've been reading the magazine and you've been watching us on YouTube, you need to stay locked in the month of December. Now, if you're watching me right now for the first time, you need to click subscribe on this channel and also go and subscribe to our magazine. As I said, the link is going to be in the description box. December is going to be a month. It's going to be all about festivities, what to wear, what gifts to get. I don't want to give away so much more, so because I want you guys to tune in and to subscribe and read our amazing articles. Now, in the month of November, we captured a lot of things and covered all these on our magazine. Some of the things we discussed were the trends of the off-shoulder and the wide leg pants. One of the things that I personally love about the off-shoulder trend is that it can be worn across the board. It doesn't matter what your body type is. You could be plus size, you could be slender. The off-shoulder trend is flattering and sexy on every single woman. Also, it is extremely age appropriate. Now, you can see mothers wearing it, like they're using the African fabric, or better, the kitenge or the kanga. They use it to create beautiful dresses that they wear to weddings, they wear to church, they wear to their lovely chamas, and you can see young girls taking this retro chic outfit and turning it into the most trendiest clothing item this season. So definitely, if you don't have an off-shoulder dress, an off-shoulder blouse, you need to go out there and get yourself one right now. Now, my best advice is to get it custom made by a tailor or to thrift it. But if you're all about entering a store and getting one, we have amazing stores that have great pieces, the likes of Mr. Price. You can head over to Two Rivers, check if LC Waikiki has one that's going to be perfect for you. Now, if you're thrifting it, my advice is always to get something vintage, something which is plain or something with great print, that you're going to stand out. No matter where you go, no one else is going to have what you have on. And when it comes to custom made, remember, every girl who loves fashion needs two things: a great camera that she can take her OOTD pictures and a great tailor, because trust me, nobody's got you like your tailor has your back. Now let's talk about the wide leg pant. Yes, the wide leg pant was an article that I covered on the magazine. It also dates back to the 70s, and it's so retro and so chic, and it's back. Now one thing I love about fashion is that fashion is all about a generational rotation. Anything that goes all the way back in the 70s, trust me, it's back now. You talk about it with the round sunglasses or the circular sunglasses, the off-shoulder vibe, the wide leg pants, the platform shoe, the choker. I mean, the numbers, the way that if I could take time to count the number of items that are back and trends that are back in fashion, I would lose count, literally. One thing I would advise you is, as much as at the end of the year, you like to give out your things, or rather clothes and shoes that you no longer wear, you give them out to charity or to church, or better yet, you have a sale, it's very important to keep your collector's items. I love to keep my items. The particular items that right now I have huge regrets, I gave them out and they're back in fashion now and I have to go and buy them again. That's a friendly tip. Keep your collector's items close by. You don't want to lose these items because they're going to come back. Something you're wearing in 2017, trust me, 10 years from now, it's going to be back in fashion. You're going to be crying to have it. Now, let's go right into the wide leg pants. Now, the wide leg pants, this is another fashionable item that goes across the board. Whether you have calves, whether you're slim like a model, you can wear this outfit. They're perfect when they're high waist, the pastel colored, the black colored, and it looks amazing on your body. And if you have a round bum like an African, it always makes your waist look extra snatched and your bum look extra round. Now, who doesn't want to look extra snatched without having to go to the doctor or having to go to the gym? Every girl wants to look her best. So get yourself a pair of wide leg pants. Now, how to have these two trends in your closet and make them work? Get yourself a pair of wide leg pants, high waist, and a crop version of the off-shoulder top. You're gonna look amazing. Get the pants in a black or in a bright color. If, let's say, you can try and balance it out. If your pants are gonna be a bright color, then you wanna go for a minimal color or a print on your blouse. If your blouse is gonna be out there wild and sophisticatedly chic, then you wanna go for a mild color of pants. My advice, you always need black and white items in your closet. So if you're gonna get 3 brightly colored pants, make sure you have a classic black high-waisted wide leg pair of pants. And for the off shoulder, honey, it's casual, it's fun, it's dressy. Go out there, play around with the colors and get it together. Recently I was watching YouTube and there was a YouTuber. She had this video where she was actually making her own DIY do-it-yourself off-shoulder shirt. I was impressed. She took her boyfriend's shirt and she sat down, used a ruler, a scissor, and she made the most amazing off-shoulder shirt. Now, the most amazing thing about fashion is that if you are able to spend less money and look like a bag of money, then you are winning at the game of fashion. I love a good diva. I love a fabulous diva. I basically love a woman who is well put together. Her hair is check, her makeup is on point, and her outfits are flawless. Now, this month, we got a chance to talk about ladies who inspire us, or ladies who I would love to inspire readers when it comes to how they dress, how they do their makeup, how they slick their hair. And number one is Miss Mancha. Now, Miss Mancha is an entrepreneur, a fashionista, a global ambassador, and the one thing that I really like about Miss Mancha is her outfits are extra, extra, and more extra. She dresses herself in the most luxurious items of clothing, whether it's high fashion brands, whether it's custom made by a tailor, she always looks amazing. Now, the one thing that really helps her with her looks is that she's also the owner of a boutique, or rather a luxury boutique in Cape Town known as La Mancha Designs. Now, La Mancha is a beautiful store in Cape Town that carries amazing pieces from African fabrics to, how would I say? Is it modern fashion, let's say, modern fabrics that, come all the way from overseas and come to Africa. Her clothes are always on point. If you have heard of a fashion personality from SA who's actually one of the biggest fashion bloggers in Africa as we speak, her name is Miss Kefilwe Mabote. Kefilwe Mabote is a huge fan of Miss Mancha and La Mancha Designs. Now, Miss Mancha is always seen in amazing clothes. It's always a high heel, a fancy pair of sunglasses, an amazing bag, and she travels the world. It's all about conquering the world, or rather, I would like to say, contouring the world one country after the other. Miss Mancha is someone you have to go and look out for. You have to go to her Instagram page, and more so, you have to find out so much more about her and get to know what I had to say about her and her sense of style on her magazine. Let's talk beauty. In the world of beauty, it's all about contouring, highlighting, flawless foundation, and YouTube is becoming a big hub for beauty experts to go there and showcase their work of art. It's basically using the face as a canvas. Now, we discussed about a lovely West African lady currently residing in the States, and her name is Ronke Raji. Now, Ronke is a lady who, the minute you look at her Instagram feed, all you can see is slay, slay, slay. Like I said, I'm going to reference something that I wrote in the article. Her face is always slayed for the gods and beat for the chiefs. Now, if you've watched a West African movie, or rather the Nigerian movie, it's always, oh my God, the gods and, the chiefs. So I felt like when I looked at her and being that she was West African, that was the perfect line I could use. Her face and her hair is slayed for the gods and slayed for the chiefs. She has hair that's massive, that if you were to see her, it's all about, excuse me lady, you're blocking my view. No honey, her hair is the view. Her outfits are always, well, she's not the most fashion forward person, but she is a stylish lady, whereby she's not interested in wearing Balmain, Alexandra McQueen, Christian Louboutin, but she's able to look amazing for outfits that cost way less. But the minute that she does her makeup and fixes her hair and accessorizes, she always looks like a bag of money. You need to go and check her out, her Instagram, her YouTube, and if you want to find out more about her or find out what I had to say about her, you have to go to Lysa Magazine and get to read that article. On the article, it was all about loving women that take care of themselves. Now, when I say a woman who's put together, it doesn't always reference to the contoured faces and the extreme highlighted makeup. You could be a naturalista, but it's all about taking care of your hair. Do you love a turban? Like for me today, I was experiencing a horrible, those bad hair days. But I whipped together this amazing turban, and I think I look amazing. And in fact, it's not about thinking, I feel beautiful. You have to learn how to take care of your natural hair, whether it's braids, whether it's weaves. Ladies, pay close attention. You need to take care of yourself. I always say facials before filters. So put your phone aside and work on your skincare routine. Find a routine that works for your face. It's very important to know the kind of skin that you have. Do you have regular skin? Do you have oily skin? You need to know what's your T-zone. Simple things like that. Having your manicure done. And you don't have to spend so much. You can just buy nail polish, buy a tiny nail, a nail kit, and just do your own manicure and pedicure. Recently in Nairobi, we had one of the most amazing masterclasses. It was a piece of France brought to Nairobi, a piece of Mac brought to Nairobi. Now, there was a lovely makeup artist by the name Nala B. Sambare, who happens to be an international beauty expert and celebrity makeup. Her journey in the makeup industry began 10 years ago, and she has worked for Mac for 8 years. She happened to study beauty and makeup in Paris, France, and through working for Mac, she has, learned her skill and perfected it. And she came to Nairobi and she gave an incredible masterclass. Now, I don't know if you were able to attend her masterclass, but from what I have seen and from what I have heard, it was breathtaking, it was amazing, and it was incredibly informative. It's very important to be on the lookout for makeup classes, masterclasses. Now, a masterclass and a beginner's class are very different. A masterclass is where you've already known how to use your tools in the makeup department, and you just want to perfect and learn certain aspects of makeup. But a beginner's class is where you don't know how to apply makeup, you don't know how to properly blend, and when you take a beginner's class, it actually takes you through what you need to do to get your face to look amazing. So if you're wearing makeup and you want to amplify your skills, you need to be on the lookout for more makeup classes like the one that we had recently by Nyla. Now, if you've never worn makeup but you would love to wear makeup, you need to go to YouTube, be on the lookout for beginners classes, and take time with your skill. Remember, you have to slay your face. Your face needs to be beat, okay? You need to look amazing, okay? If you're not gonna, I feel like with makeup, it's you go big or you go home. If you're not gonna slay it, honey, put the brushes down. Events in the month of November. Now, we unfortunately only had one event in November, but it was actually a big event. It was Nairobi Fashion Week 2017, and this was the 5th season. Personally, this was my first time attending the event, either as a member of press or as a fashion personality or as a guest. It was my first time to attend. It happened at the Nairobi International Conventional Center. For those of you who don't know about this building, it's brand new. It's on Mombasa Road, just after the airport. Now, there's so much to discuss about this particular event, but before I go in, I just want to, mention a disclaimer. We're not here to bash the event. We're here to discuss the event, give our views on the event. If something amazing at the event happened, we're going to give you a thumbs up. If something happened that I don't agree with, I'm going to mention it, because remember, I have my opinion and you have your opinion. And as much as we can dish it, we can take it. So if you have, the same way you have feedback about our magazine and our YouTube channel and our various segments, is the same way when we come to events to cover, we want to give viewers and readers the ultimate, absolute, raw truth. Now, I say this because on the table with me here, I have a copy of Elle Magazine, and this is Elle Hong Kong, and I have Marie Claire UK, and I have Cosmopolitan. Now, if you go to these magazines, which I'm sure you've already seen, you will see that the magazine captures fashion shows, fashion events, fashionistas, designers, and guess what? Unless it's an interview, the press just covers it and writes it and prints it in the magazine. Now, if you have a comment or you have a problem, you can email them. But acting as if you're offended in one way or another, in the fashion industry, it's cutthroat, and that is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. Our views and our thoughts are to help you, because remember, we are working in the Kenyan fashion community. We want to see the Kenyan fashion industry go in the best direction possible. So if an event is not up to the standards that we believe it should be, we are going to let you know what was wrong with the event, and even better, we are giving you problems, and we are hoping we can become a problem solver, because I have a lot of advice, a lot of notes, and a lot of thoughts. So let's get right into it. Today I'm going to go into the thumbs up before I tell you what was wrong with it. What I loved about this event was the designers. The designers you showcased came from Spain, Russia, Kenya. We had local designers as well, Lesotho, South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, honey, the list goes on. And on the runway, you could see what I experienced was art. One of the designers I actually interviewed said something in the like of, she's not a designer. She views herself as an architect of fashion. It means that I'm always saying that fashion is a movement. Fashion is architecture. Fashion is self-expression, a way for you to tell the world who you are and who you're capable of becoming, all in the way that you were dressed. I always say you only get one chance to make a first impression. There are no second impressions. So let your fashion speak loudly about who you are. The designs on the runway, breathtaking, exceptional. I saw handbags and hats and dresses hand-woven. I saw fabric that came from the mountains in Lesotho. I saw amazing print that came from Senegal. There was so much passion behind each and every creation. Interviewing the designers was amazing. So thumbs up to the organizers for getting a great variety of designers who knew what they were doing, and they did the damn thing. The second thing on my thumbs up list is the variety and the kind of models that were sorted out, or rather sorted after, to work at this particular event. The models, you could tell, came from a high fashion professional agency. The models had perfect, strong faces. They had great walk. Their choreography was amazing. The models were, I think, top 10. I have attended fashion events this year, and I would love to say that the models that I saw on the runway at Nairobi Fashion Week have to be the most professional models that I have seen in the year 2017. And guess what? I went to see more models like that on the runway. And the agency that was responsible for bringing those models, you need to give your business everywhere, and you need to tell them your secret, because guess what? Your models did their thing. They did the show justice. Unfortunately, my list ends there. Now let's go right into the negatives, because the negatives are a lot. I have a long list about the negatives, but I'm going to try and I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to be honest. Now let's get right into it. Timing. When your poster says 10 to 10, Monday Friday to Sunday, because the event was taking place from Friday to Sunday. I would love to attend the event at around 11 o'clock and find that I was actually an hour late. I personally got to the event at 3 o'clock, and I apologize, I was late, but I wasn't showcasing. I got there and the event hadn't begun. They were apologizing to me and saying that I was too early. The fashion show was to begin at 7. It begins at 9. Hello, it's fashion, it's art. Why is it that in Kenya, we really take this Africa timing thing seriously? Like, why? Why don't we take fashion seriously? The designers were there, they were ready to showcase. And honestly, at around 10 p.m., we could still see Kenyans walking in. That wasn't your mother's event. That was a fashion event. This was supposed to be Fashion Week. If it's gonna get media coverage, imagine what other people are gonna say about us. I wonder. Apart from time, let's talk about the designers. Now, I got to get a one-on-one behind-the-scenes discussion with the designers. They were happy to be in Kenya. They felt like Kenya has beautiful weather. They loved the tour they went on, and they feel like they can come to Kenya for holiday. But on the likes of fashion, designers were complaining. Now, all the complaints seem to be going to the event organizers. Now, my thought is, how about, instead of having huge events, how about having a small event? Number one, take out the red carpet. We don't need a red carpet and a banner. It is not an album listening session. It is Nairobi Fashion Week. I was so close to saying New York Fashion Week. My apologies to New York Fashion Week, because they cannot even compare. They can't even put in the same sentence. Now, in the month of November, or rather late October, we had Johannesburg Fashion Week and Lagos Fashion and Design Week. The bar is up here. And then we have Nairobi Fashion Week, and it's like crickets. That's all I could hear, crickets. I literally was at the event for about 5 hours, and I felt like I had no content. Luckily enough, once I got to mingle with the designers, I could get some content in the likes of, they were educating me on African fabric, imitation fabric, accessorizing. You could literally tell that you were not talking to local or basic designers. You were talking to designers who could be called world class. They knew about their fashion, they knew about their fabric, they knew so much about fashion that I was like, class was in session. I went to see fashion get better in Kenya. I went to see fashion events that once I walk in, I get a feeling of art. I want to get architecture. I want to get that retro feeling, chic, luxurious. They had decor of lights. I know it's almost Christmas, but hey guys, hey. Why did you have white kind of Christmas lighting, basic draping? I feel like executing an event. I'm not an event organizer. I'm not even going to say I've never even organized or hosted a basic party. But I feel like if you have the right sponsors backing your event, you should be able to deliver. If you have a contract, you should be able to meet the contract as per. I think events in Kenya have a long way to go. There's a gap to be filled, and like I said, there is crickets. There's nothing to be said. I want to go to events and see massive coverage. And if it's a fashion event, let's have the who's and the who's in the fashion industry attend. Let's have the big fashion magazines attend, fashion websites. And when it comes to makeup and styling, let's give an opportunity to the underdogs in the fashion industry. There's so many bloggers on Instagram, so many bloggers on YouTube who can do a better job than what I see at more fashion events. I want the fashion platform in Kenya to be a platform that gives room to the creatives who are ready to work, willing to work, and ready to deliver. Because what we are seeing right now in the fashion community is not something that I want to boast about. So no, I'm not bashing you. I'm giving you the truth, the facts, my opinions, and what I happen to gather throughout my interviews. That brings us to the end of another episode of The L Show. As always, it's been lovely hanging out with you guys, because I feel like when you're watching, you're here with me, and it's a visual and it's interactive. Remember to leave a comment in the comment section, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, and tell that friend to tell her friends and her friends as well. It's been real and it's been amazing. I've been your host, Trizah Ngesa. Until next time, stay fabulous.